Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please note, we're not bullying or attacking the wrestlers. We're engaging with the choreographed sport and its storylines. Our jokes and observations are about the characters and storylines, not the real people behind them. Tourists and citizens alike, welcome. Enjoy the show, and remember, it's all in good fun.
That picture was taken right after I came back from an interview at Giant Eagle.
With the pink tie and shirt?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That was not that long ago.
Mm-mm.
Look how far life is moving.
That was 2009.
Wow.
I was
Wowzers.
home from the military for about, no, actually, no, 2010. Because that first year, I wasn't walking unemployed.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I hope you enjoyed Monday Night Raw. It was quite the show, was it not? Indubitably. Let us begin. Yes. Monday Night Raw started off with no monologues and no promos. It was simply, let's get right into the fight. And I love that for us. Now, the fight that we saw first was Rhea Ripley and Io versus the Kabuki Warriors. And Io Sky, aka Rio, have become the new tag team champions. They have beaten the Kabuki Warriors. Okay. Now, Rio are not going to have any time to rest as tag team champions, because not only are they going to have to worry about the former tag team champions of Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, they also have to worry about the other challengers that could be coming back after them on their own brand, from Judgment Days, what's her name? Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez, to Lyra Valkyria and Bailey. And of course, on the blue brand on SmackDown, they have to be concerned with the team Lash Legend and Nia Jax. So they got a lot to be worried about, but for now, they can celebrate and be happy. They are the tag team champions. Congratulations to y'all. Okay. Let me see what else I got up here. This was some bullshit. Okay. Hello, Kenny. Hi. Hello. How are you guys doing? Hello. All right. Listen. Becky Lynch is the Intercontinental Champion again, and she shouldn't be. You can go argue with your mama, your cousins, your sisters, your brothers, whatever makes you happy, but that hoe is champion again, and she shouldn't be. Okay, there was no reason to give Becky Lynch the title back. I don't want to hear nothing about the title's gonna be elevated with her. No, it won't. I don't want to hear nothing about Becky's gonna have a real challenger for that title. No, she won't. Because the same people that was going up against Becky could have went up against Maxine, and it would have made much more sense to have Maxine keep the title and then drop it to somebody else, probably somewhere around Elimination Chamber or sometime after that. Like, y'all be playing with me too much. Okay? And every time we turn around, every time this happens with Becky, she somehow finds herself back in the title scene. Her ass can't never be without a championship. Ever. And it's starting to get on my nerves. Okay? This was unnecessary, and they could have let Maxine keep that title longer than the few months that she had it. And if you a Becky fan and you mad about what I'm saying, go suck on a dick. Okay, go do that. I don't care about what you're talking about. Girl, we know they ain't gonna show us new blood until they deem it they're ready. They only gonna give us that new blood for a little while. And then we right back to the old nasty ass metal tasting shit. We trying to get some new shit, and they keep trying to give us that metal, nasty ass coagulated blood. We don't want that. We vampires. We trying to get the best of the best, the tip top shape blood. Now, Ivy is in the back crying and complaining, talking about, I'm not going to the back of the line. I don't know what's going on with you new age hoes and why y'all can't seem to understand that a loss is a loss and you have to work your way back up to getting past said loss. But it's time for y'all to start learning that nothing is handed to you in this life. I don't know why you motherfuckers seem to think that just because you're there, you are deserving to be champion. That is not true. Okay, Ivy, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the darker makeup or the fact that you ain't got your hair shaved and braided no more. But girl, you got to understand that you are not the commodity. You're fun to watch sometimes in the ring, but bitch, don't nobody give a fuck about you. And I wouldn't give you a damn title shot if it was the last thing I do for what you lost clean on your back. 1, 2, 3, bitch. There was no hesitation. And you talking about you not going to the back of the line? What the fuck you gonna do if you put it at the back of the line anyway? That would have been my question. Adam Pearce be letting people disrespect him on purpose. And I can't stand that shit. I would have told her straight up, bitch, your ass get in my face one more time. You don't have to worry about being at the back of the line. You're going to worry about being in the unemployment line. Okay, now you can get the fuck out my face before you get swole around here. All right? Because you don't make no goddamn demands on me. I tell you where you can and can't go. Okay? And if your ass don't like it, you can take your ass to Nick Aldis or go over there to Ava and ask them for an opportunity. But over here, you going to earn your shit. You don't come in my office and tell me what the fuck you want. You get what I give you. Bitch. The fuck? I'm going to cuss her ass all the way out till Sunday. What the hell wrong with you? Coming here, I'm not going to the back of the line. Well, you ain't got no choice. It's either the back of the line or the unemployment line, bitch. You pick. You pick. Because what the fuck? Shit. What a show. You really enjoyed it. Did you love it? Oh my God. It was a lot going on, but I love the show markers. It was a lot going on, but it was a decent show nonetheless. I will give them that. So, I was low-key thinking that Austin Theory was going to curb stomp the shit out of Bronze Breaker. I was scared. I was scared. Anyways, so we all know Maxine lost it to that crossfire bitch. So we're gonna have to suffer through her for the next couple of months. I don't know what they're gonna do with this title. If they're gonna end up putting Bayley on Becky and finally having Bayley take that title off of Becky, or what they're gonna do. But it's very the title scene is very thin. But if they put that title on Becky just to have AJ Lee come and take it. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like it. Mm-mm. Pick something else. Pick something else. Because why did you do that? You took an opportunity from Maxine to give it back to fucking Becky, only for Becky to drop it to AJ Lee for what? For what? I will be pissed. I'm sorry. She's not the only one saying it took me out. That's crazy. Well, that's the wrong meme, but we will continue. That's not the wrong meme. That's the one I wanted. Cause that's how I feel. Girl, if they could, Lash would get it, but Lash is on SmackDown, so she would have to go after the US title. But now they got her tangled and entangled with Nia's thick ass, so this not gonna happen. At least not no time soon. Any whoosies. Gunther ass came out there, was talking cash shit, and got slapped the fuck. That's you out of touch. Lady Google is crazy. Listen, Gunther came out there with his John Cena's a bitch shirt. And then he came in the ring and AJ Styles came out there. And every time AJ Styles got ready to talk, Gunther kept interrupting him and loud laughing in his face and laughing with his whole. And Gunther the type of dude that laugh with his whole mouth. You ever see somebody who laugh with their whole mouth and you can see down their throat? That's nasty. Anyway, he got to talking shit and got in AJ Styles' face and was like, "What are you gonna do, little AJ?" And AJ Styles slapped the dog shit out of Gunther, slapped his ass to oblivion. A true bitch slap. Do you hear me? That nigga Gunther didn't do a damn thing. Stood right there, just looking at him. And I'm like, you's a grown man and you just got slapped. Open hand palm slapped on national TV worldwide. This done went out to every country that Netflix can touch. And your ass don't let this man slap you like that. I know your family in Austria just saw you get your ass slapped. And you just gonna stand there. Then you get your ass in the back. Walking up on Pierce talking about, I want a match with AJ Styles. Bitch, he was right there in your face. Why didn't you handle it? You had all the time in the world. Last year around this time, you were champion and wasn't even booked to be on the show. Now you have a whole segment for you to say any fucking thing, and this is the best you can come up with. And not only that, you let him bitch slap you, bro. You are one of the most interesting villains I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen a villain who allows themselves to get punked out as much as you do. Never seen it. Because what are we talking about? AJ was right there. If somebody slapped me in my face like that, the way he open palm slapped you and it resonated throughout the crowd, and you didn't do shit, all this time, you just headbutting AJ Styles. AJ Styles straight up was like I thought, you ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing. I'm like, nigga, you just got sunned. Oh, emasculated, if you will. Bitched at. Oh, I feel so bad for you. Oh, I feel so bad for you. Oh, it was so disrespectful, honey. You slapped the shit out of that man. Okay? A mess. This is the second time, Gunther. Damn. And then, you know what? Jimmy slapped the dog shit out of Gunther last time. But AJ Styles tore his face up. His face was beet red. I said, sir. Didn't he though? In my opinion, this Raw was Nationwide was not on his side today. Kira girl. I would have yanked him by the tips of his hair. Child. Poor Gunther. He went in the back and AJ walked right up on him and was like, so you gonna go running the gun to Adam Pearce? You want a match? Let's go. We can have that match right now. What's up? He gonna look at Pearce and go, I want a match with AJ Styles next week. I'm like, why you can't have it now? Ain't nobody doing shit. Nobody was doing nothing. Now, there were a few things that was not scheduled as segments for Monday Night Raw, and we're going to talk about it. So, Stephanie came out there with the boots. Apparently, last week, during the championship bout, Stephanie's ankle got injured. And so, she came out in a walking boot today. And Raquel Rodriguez decided to go on the attack. Raquel, you know, for somebody who is as big and as strong as you know you dumb. You are dumb. What does that solve? How does that get you closer to the title? And you know what I find is very interesting is that Adam Pearce is always rewarding bad behavior, because if Stephanie has to relinquish this title, right, he usually will put the person who has done all the most damage in some type of wheelhouse of this play for them to be champion at some point. And here's my problem with this. Raquel Rodriguez is always big and bad for those who she deems to be weaker than her when they actually have a target for her to attack. But when Stephanie was standing there fully 100%, right as rain, ready to go, your ass didn't have nothing but words. And when you got sunned in Spanish and English, then you got your ass whooped and you didn't even eat the pen. That bitch that was running around taking opportunities from you, like you said, is the one who ate the pen. She's at home. You had plenty of opportunities to take her ass out, but you chose to go after Stephanie because you mad. Why? You lost the match because you didn't get your big ass up and go in it. Okay? All you had to do was get up and stop the count. What you do? You laid your ass on the outside because you was tired. Now you mad because you not champion. And you attacked the girl twice. You went in there, attacked her in the ring. Then you turned around and waited till she got in the back with the damn doctors and attacked her again. Now here's where Pierce be pissing me off. You will let that bitch beat the brakes off of somebody, but as soon as she grabs a chair, oh, that's going too far. Meanwhile, she's walking to the back. You know that no titty having bitch is walking around back there, and you left her to her own devices. She can't defend herself. And the two male doctors wasn't shit. They can't defend her. You left her back there. Then you want to come out there talking about, I will find your ass until there's nothing left. The fuck is that going to do? Clearly, finding doesn't work. Okay? I need to see workplace abuse. I want niggas getting their ass whooped when they fuck up. I'm tired of this shit right here. I'm sick of it because there's no consequences to this. They get to walk away cheesing, laughing, having a good fucking time. Meanwhile, Stephanie on the floor writhing in pain and gonna have to sit out till her ankle heals. And you know Stephanie's big teeth, you know that Raquel's big teeth having ass is gonna be back there cheesing and having a good old time. But you know what's funny is the reports don't say that Raquel Rodriguez is about to get a big push. Guess who they say is going to get the big push in 2026? Just take a guess.
It's Roxanne.
Mm-mm.
Oh, live again?
Mm-hmm.
They could have kept that push.
Mm-hmm. 10 points to Aaliyah. Mm-hmm. That's who they giving the push to. That's who they giving it to. Mm-hmm. They ain't giving it to your no titty having ass. They giving it to her. Cause you boring. You boring. You are boring, ma'am. And you keep letting them get their ass whooped. You got all these people back there and they just be whooping people's asses. And you don't be doing nothing but fighting them. What do fighting do? These motherfuckers make six figures. $10,000 is like $5 to them. It don't mean shit. $100,000 is $100 bill to them. It don't mean nothing. It means nothing to them. Finding them ain't gonna do shit. Some of these motherfuckers are multimillionaires. Finding them does nothing. You need to have somebody out there whooping ass. You know what? Nicole Wright. He need an enforcer. Listen. When we used to watch NXT back in the day, there was a time where William Regal used to be getting run up on all the time. You remember that shit? They used to run up on him. In one season of NXT, Samoa Joe was the enforcer. Joe was out there putting niggas to sleep. Every time they did something to William Regal, they was getting their asses put to sleep. I remember Adam Cole got knocked out at least 7 times. And I'm like, that's how you get niggas together. You don't run up on Regal like that. You don't do that shit. I'm telling you. Go get Omos. I got it. Go get Omos and have Omos as your enforcer. Anytime they start doing some raggedy bitch shit, you send his ass down there to break that shit up. The bitches too. No, go sit your ass down somewhere before you get fucked up around here. Not playing with you. Shit. What's wrong with y'all? Raquel would never do Bianca or Rhea like that. Hell, not even Nia, but she got smoke for the small girls. Of course you do, because she a weirdo. You gotta do real shit, like telling them they gotta do house shows again. Child, unemployment line threatens all the time. Okay, every time. Adam Cole ate that garage door and Coheed Clutch, didn't he though? He was always kicking and fighting like he was dying. I loved it, every minute of it. That was the safest the parking lot has ever been, and that's big facts. That is big facts right there. She told no lies. Pierce better go ahead and find the Undertaker to his Teddy Long. Child. I don't know who could be his Undertaker, but I'm telling you, Omos is the guy. I will hire Omos as my enforcer right fucking now. Especially for niggas like Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, because they about to be mad as fuck. They about to be running around Raw destroying everything. Like some big ass babies, okay? Now look, this match was incredibly long. Incredibly long. It started at 9:50. The show didn't end until 10:30. This whole segment was 40 minutes. Now, you take out the entrances, the announcers, and that stuff, and that match is cut down to about 20 minutes. I'll give them some grace on the time frame it took them to get out there, the music playing. I'll say you make the match 30 minutes. Shave off 10 for the entrance and the announcing, and that match was about 30 minutes long. Oh my God. So many twists and turns in this match. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I just knew Breaker was getting this belt. Okay. I just knew it. I was not interested in the match up, but I will say they put on a decent match between the two of them. Now, where this match really truly broke down is when Breaker accidentally knocked the ref out of the ring. And that's when you had all members of the Vision come out there, including Austin Theory. Both men were down. Theory gets in the ring after they get rid of Bronson Reed and everything. Theory gets in the ring and curb stomps Punk. Punk is being curb stomped. And of course, Braun Breaker takes advantage. This leads to Breaker trying to get a pin. It doesn't work. After this, it's a series of events where the luchadors are coming in to have Punk's back, but it's more specifically about targeting the Vision because they've been targeted and they don't like it. So Dragon Lee, Penna, and Ray are teaming up to take out the other three members of the Vision, be that Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, and of course Austin Theory. Fought them all the way out the arena, and it was back to being CM Punk and Braun Breaker. Punk and Breaker were trying to keep the momentum up, but then here come Paulina. This is Paulina's second time being on the fucking apron. In my opinion, what should have happened is Breaker should have went for the spear and Paul Heyman should have ate the spear. That's how that should have went down. It would have just been a more effective moment, in my opinion, if Paul Heyman would have ate the spear on Breaker coming on while he was standing there. If he would have just sidestepped and Breaker had all that momentum going into Paulina, that would have felt very, very sufficient for me. But they chose to let Punk get a punch off on Paul Heyman. And of course, he tried to spear, but he ended up spearing through the ropes and falling through. Now, he tried to suicide dive on Breaker, and Breaker ended up busting him in his face with a right hook, and that nigga was laid out. Now, he got him out the ring, put him on that table, and jumped on that damn table and took Punk out. Punk had one shoe on. Kick pad was pulled down. Bitch, you was on edge. We was on the edge of our seats by then. Okay? Once CM Punk got back in the ring, I knew that motherfucker was going to go right back to running the ropes and trying to hit a spear. And so does CM Punk. Because as soon as he did that shit, when he got ready to hit that spear, Punk kneed him straight in his face. GTS is done. 1, 2, 3, match is over. You almost had him with that STFU. Had he had kept it in while Pauline was on the apron, I would have had my ass in that STF. I would have had him in that STFU until he passed out. I wouldn't have got up. Give a fuck about Paul Heyman being in the ring. He gonna have to pull me off of this nigga. Okay? Now, CM Punk is still your world heavyweight champion. He is still the champ. All right? Now, this is where things could get a little bit filthy. You know that Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber are coming up. Now, a lot of people have predictions about Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber. I am telling you right now that Braun Breaker is more than likely winning one of them. Whether it be Elimination Chamber or Royal Rumble is up to WWE. But I don't believe for a second that this is over. And I also don't believe that they just going to go to the next person and have CM. No, they're not doing that. This man is more than likely going to be tearing shit up for the next month until Royal Rumble. And he's probably going to be the one to win it. So for the men, my pick is going to be Braun Breaker. I don't think Seth Rollins is going to pop up until Mania because he's a pageant king. And he got to have a moment, honey. He has to have a moment. Him coming home before WrestleMania ain't going to do. It just ain't going to do. He got to have a moment. So I suspect that it's going to be CM Punk versus Braun Breaker at WrestleMania, whether it be night 1 or night 2 is up to them. And that's when Seth will show his head again. And we'll see if Austin Theory is truly about the vision or is he all about the visionary, the revolutionary. Because he's still using that curb stomp. And it's very interesting to me. Very interesting indeed. My picks for the women and men, for the women is Liv or Bianca. The men, Roman or Braun. To me, there's no reason to have Roman Reigns win the Royal Rumble. None whatsoever. I don't like that. And I don't need it. I don't need Bianca to win the Royal Rumble either. I also don't want Liv Morgan to win the Royal Rumble. I know Liv Morgan has been injured for a while, but I'm sorry. Liv Morgan had a banger of a year in 2024. Majority of that year she was champion and she dominated all of the women's conversations when it came to title matches and everything in between. She also maintained those tag team titles as well. So for me, Liv Morgan doesn't need to be in the title scene just as much as Rhea Ripley doesn't need to be in the title scene, which is why she's tag team champion instead of the world heavyweight champion. But you're entitled to your opinion. It's fine. WWE also gave us a little sneak peek of WWE Unreal. And Paulina made it very clear that he doesn't like the show. He's like, I think that, I'm very protective of the backstage, inner workings of wrestling. I am interested in how this works and what they're doing. The way that they go about it really interests me. I like the fact that they teeter on giving you just enough without giving you too much. And they're also going to talk about the feigning injury that Seth Rollins did. Now, this can only happen once. Like, they can't do this again anytime soon because everybody's going to think it's a work. Everything's going to be a work now. Nothing's going to be taken seriously because they did this. So it is what it is, unfortunately. But we also are going to get WWE. We're going to get Naomi on WWE Unreal, which I love that because I really want to see how her story arc went for the time frame that she got to be champion and everything she was allowed to do. Penna's going to be on there. You're going to see Chelsea again. So there's going to be some new faces on WWE Unreal this year, and I'm interested. WWE Unreal does not come out until January 20th, so we have some time. Okay, we got about 2 weeks when it comes out, and I will do a full blow by blow of each episode, just like I did on last year's WWE Unreal. I'm very, very interested in it, and I can't wait. I can't wait. We heard so much of that freaking laugh in recent history. Y'all want to go through that again? Don't y'all want something else? Apparently not. People love a good white woman story. So let them have it. This Friday, they're going to be in Germany, in Berlin for Friday night SmackDown, excuse me. And we are still getting the 3 stages of hell match between Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. The 3 stages of hell have been chosen for this, and Cody Rhodes will have to have a traditional match with Drew McIntyre, a Falls Count Anywhere match, and then will culminate inside of a steel cage. The most boring 3 stages of hell I've ever heard in my entire life. But do what you must. Whatever makes you happy. Sure. Go off. And on Tuesday, if you watch NXT, it is New Year's Evil loves. Okay? So we got a lot going on here in wrestling. All right? Oh, they gonna put the other stuff up when I take it off. That's rude. You rude bitches. Anywhoosies. I feel so bad for Maxine. She did not deserve that. They did that lady so damn dirty. Anyways, NXT this coming Tuesday is going to be New Year's Evil. This is going to be on television. You don't have to worry about going to Peacock to watch it. So it is coming. It is coming. So we got a few matches scheduled and ready to go for New Year's Evil. I's gonna show you the graphics that I do have. So we have JC Jane facing off against Kendall Gray for the NXT Women's Championship. We also have Thea Hill, the current North American champion, going up against Blake Monroe. And it has been widely discussed amongst WWE's main roster that they are wanting Blake Monroe to come to the main roster. Not sure of where they want to place Blake, but they want her to come up. They're discussing pulling her from NXT, which is going to be very interesting where she fits on the roster now. But there's much room and space for her. We also have the men's NXT championship on the line. The current X Division champion in TNA is challenging the current NXT men's champion, Obafemi, and they will battle it out to see who is the rightful owner of the NXT championship. And finally, we have Tatum Paxley facing off against Izzy Dame, and we'll finally see Tatum give Izzy her comeuppance, if you will. On a Friday is crazy. It's on a Friday, dear. That's amazing. There's so many options. We're at the buffet of choices, and you choose a piece of toast. Go off, I guess. Jesus Christ. Same. I was shocked, Punk retained. I couldn't believe it. I said, what the fuck? I know this nigga did not just retain the championship. The match is gonna be what? I'm sorry. If I talk too fast, you know I be talking fast, Don. Don't do me like that. Don't you do me like that. If Blake don't win tomorrow, she's probably getting called up too. I assume that that's the case. I don't think that was the initial plan, but I think they're just going with it. So it's possible. I mean, she's ready, but are they ready? That's a very good question. But I think Blake is one of those types of people that's undeniable. And she's going to get the push, and whatever she gets, she's going to blow them out the water with it. So I don't think she would sink as much as, say, somebody like Thea Hill would if they were to pull her up now. Blake is beyond prepared for the main roster. So her having one title in NXT and not getting the main title, I'm a little sad about it, but it's kind of like with Bianca. Sometimes you can skip over the mini stuff to get to the big stuff because that's what you're primed and ready for. That new head of creative ain't playing. I can tell. Monday Night Raw is under Rich Ward, I believe his name is. He used to be head of creative during SmackDown's golden era. He was a part of that time frame where Edge was at the height of his career. I believe that was around the time that he was running SmackDown. So if this is what's happening on Raw, I'm not surprised. Oh, he's running both Raw and SmackDown. That's interesting. I don't think it's too early. I don't think it's too early at all. I knew he was going. She was going. He was going to return. But where do you think she will fit? I think the best place for Blake is Monday Night Raw. I would not put her on SmackDown. I would not put her on SmackDown. Not because I don't want her to be there, but simply because I would move Tiffany Stratton from SmackDown and move her to Raw. And I want to see how well Tiffany plays off against a girl who got you beat by a long shot. In the Mean Girl Olympics, Blake Monroe is at least 3 gold medals ahead of her. Okay. Okay. I would put her with Tiffany. I would make them face off, honestly, because I know that Blake Monroe could outtalk her. I know that Blake Monroe's going to out wrestle her, and we know she's going to outwork her every single time. I would embarrass her ass, honestly. I really would. And that's not even me trying to be mean or be funny, but I would put her, I would not keep her on. I don't want to keep Tiffany on SmackDown because my mind is going that SmackDown needs to be all black. That's just where my brain is going.
Black it up.
I want all the black girls on SmackDown, including Jordan. Jordan not black, but Jordan can hang with them girls over there, right? I want all the black girls on SmackDown except for Naomi. When she come back, she could continue to dominate on Raw. But I want all the black girls on SmackDown. I want Rhea on SmackDown. I want all of them over there because I feel like the competition would just be so much better with all of them over there on that side. You put Blake and Tiffany on Raw, let them have it out over who's the dominant mean girl and see where it goes. That shit would play better on Raw than it would on SmackDown, if that makes sense. And he was head of NXT during Black and Gold. Got it. So Triple H got all of the credit, but it was actually him who was making all the shit shake. Sounds about right. Excuse me. 2016 was lit. It definitely was. She was world champion in her last company. She's ready. She's beyond ready. Why? I'm assuming you're asking why I would put her on Monday Night Raw. It's very simple. Raw is the grittier show. It's not bogged down by network television standards. She don't have to worry about FCC or any of that bullshit. It's governed by the streaming, and Netflix can slap a NC-17 warning on the heading of the show before it starts. They can change the rating as the show is being done live. They don't have to make it so that it's cramped into this box. So you can have her be the true woman from hell she wants to be without cramping her into this little corporate box. And WWE's got to start thinking outside the box. They got to start having some fun with this because right now they're being drowned out by at least 3 other companies. And this is not about competition. This is about staying afloat, bitch. And you got one of the best villains in wrestling history, especially in the women, able to give you good storylines with women that probably would rise to the occasion. You think about the feuds that she could have. You got crazy ass Liv Morgan and Blake Monroe. You got Roxanne Perez and Blake Monroe. There's some real competition on Raw that would work with Blake Monroe and her craziness. Okay, especially if she can bring out the creative in everybody else. Sometimes you got to put a bomb in the middle of a room to spark some fire under people. Okay, you got to blow some shit up, and she is that bomb. Okay, the girl already pretty. Okay, she just gonna piss people off just for being pretty, because you know pretty privilege is a thing, and motherfuckers get mad just because you look good. All right, so that's your first problem. Then she's already coming in arrogant. She ain't humble about shit. And the bitch already walks like she's a champion. She is going to be a problem for whoever she goes up against, especially if they book it correctly. She will be the leading force of the new era if they give her the keys like they should. They thought Tiffany was the girl. She is not. There's no denying that Tiffany Stratton is a good wrestler and a good competitor, but character wise, she lacks nuance, she lacks depth, and she's boring. She can't carry herself right as a face. And I'm sorry, when you are a wrestler, you either have to be an undeniable heel to the point where nobody wants to ever see you be a face, or you have to be able to play both sides of the coin. You have to be able to do that. And if you can't do that, you got to go. Simple and plain. And Tiffany can't do it. She can't do it. Because Blake is evil. That's the difference. And she can wrestle. Thank you. Thank you. Stephanie Vakir sucks on the mic. Please speak English, sweetie. No. 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 What we're not gonna do is be disrespectful. Okay, she ain't gotta speak English, learn Spanish. Learn Spanish. She don't need to speak English. Why she gotta speak English? I'm gonna wait. I want to know. Type it out. Zeta Realist. Type it out. Why she got to speak English? I'll wait. I'm gonna give me some water anyway. My throat. My throat was dry, child. You subscribe? I appreciate that. Now tell me why she got to speak English. The sweetie part is what got me. That's some disrespectful shit. But I'm gonna let you have it. So I want to know why she got to speak English. Let me see if you put it in here because I got some comments down there, and I want to see. No. Okay, I'm gonna wait. I ain't got nothing to do. I'm gonna wait and see if I'm gonna get an answer. I'm gonna wait. We're not gonna get no answer. Let me start so I can remember it and go back to it later. We're not gonna get no answer. Nothing. Not you gotta mute it. Nicole would be quick. Listen. The moderators don't be playing. We gotta wait 5 minutes. Okay, we can wait the 5 minutes. I got him start. So when he's ready to, when he's unmuted, he can come back and tell us why he thinks that she should not be on the microphone and why she should speak English. Oh, you can unsubscribe with the prejudice. You ain't lying because we don't do that. We don't do that. Oh, they were swift. They were swift, honey. Her promo skills are not bad because she don't speak English. You just aren't smart enough to use your context clues. And you know what? That's another thing. I feel like a lot of times y'all are so quick to cut people down because they do not speak English when you could simply just understand that she telling you I'm the baddest bitch in the room and I'm not rolling over for none of you hoes. I want everybody. I'm not giving up this championship without a fight. And you know that that's something along those lines of what she said because she delivers her promos in Spanish with passion. There's obviously heart and feeling behind what she's saying. You know what she's saying. You may not register what she's saying on the ear, but you can tell what she's talking about. It's unfair because you don't require that of Dominic Mysterio when he speaks Spanish. You don't say that to El Grande Americano, who is not Spanish at all and is out there speaking full Spanish when he's talking to people. You don't say that about Penta, Ray Phoenix, Dragon Lee. You don't say that about nobody else, but you require that of Stephanie? No. Mm-mm. Do you think Bianca is coming back at the Rumble? I don't know. I'm hoping Bianca is healed and ready to go at some point. A lot of people are scared. They think that she might be leaving sometime soon, or that she is going to be injured for longer. But I just think that, and because they removed her from the banner for SmackDown and she's pulled from a lot of the banners for WWE's website, but I just think that they are putting people on the website who are currently wrestling and going to be seen, which they do a lot. So you can tell. My computer had a breakdown in the middle of your sentence, so I have to restart my computer. Oh Lord. You think she's talking about going shopping? Like what the hell? Because the one who don't speak English have better promos than the ones who do speak English. No, that's not true. I don't think that's true. I think that when you're talking about people who speak English and people who don't, there's a certain level of passion that's going on in that particular promo. Every promo people cut is indicative to them. It's strange that you would say that about Stephanie, but Brian Breaker cuts shitty promos. So does Logan Paul. He's terrible. Logan Paul is terrible, and they're all in English. I'm just saying. Oh no, they say it's about several POCs. That's crazy. Her in-ring ability speaks for itself. I sub to whoever I want. Oh, that's great. Love that for you. She can't cut for a fucking promo. Neither can your favorites, but we're here. Half of the people that people like and talk about sayings of you can't really cut a promo, but y'all like watching them wrestle. So it is what it is. I can tell you what you can do. When she come on the screen, you can simply mute it. Or better yet, if you got an iPhone, translate that shit. If you got an Android, you have Google translate that shit. You can translate what she's saying so you can understand what she's talking about. Make your life a lot easier. But if you don't like the fact that she's speaking another language to cut a promo, that's on you, babes. That's not on me. That is your own prejudice that you need to work out by yourself. Me personally, I don't mind it. I love when the Japanese girls and guys get up there and get to talking shit in a different language and you can't understand it. I know they be getting the niggas' asses when they do it. I can understand that. A universal language is you knowing when somebody is yelling and cussing you out. I love when they get on TV and they get so mad they start talking Spanish. I love that shit. Like, go ahead, do your thing. Talk your native language. Give it to them how you need to give it to them. And does. So it is what it is. You are entitled to your opinion over here in these neck of the woods. But all I'm saying is that y'all gotta be respectful of other people. Now I might go off and say what I say and have a good time. I would never though. Never ever ever attack a person for speaking another language. That don't bother me. It don't bother me. I might crack a joke or two about it if they're a villain or something, but it don't bother me that they cut promos in Spanish. It really don't. Now, if it bothers you, you need to do something, internally. That's some internalized shit that you're gonna have to deal with. Amen. I mean, it's there. If you really want to know what she's saying, use the Google Translate. You know what I'm saying? It works. It's not that big of a deal, honestly. Black people are speaking English 24/7, and we use AAVE, and y'all still can't keep up. Oh. Mm, this water good. Fuck on all that. Fuck with all that. He said, fuck on with all that. We got all these good movies, TV, and music in different languages. Get it together. It's very disingenuous and very disrespectful for you to say she can't cut a promo simply because it's in another language and you don't understand it. That's not fair. That is your high level of not attempting to understand. You get not meeting nobody in the middle. You're not trying to get the understanding. You want everything to be handed to you on a platter. And I feel like one thing I do like about WWE and having people who speak a different language, they allow them to speak their native tongue and do what they do. Io Sky does it all the time. She fluctuates between English and her Japanese language. So does Asuka, Kyrie, all of them. Shinsuke. Tama Tonga knows Japanese and he speaks it fluently. He did it on SmackDown with Shinsuke. The only thing I be saying is that I need subtitles so I can understand what the fuck be going on. Because I can read context clues. You feel what I'm saying? I can get you some context clues. I can stand there and be like, ooh, some shit's stirring up right here. But I be really wanting to know what they saying. Now, if I was doing my due diligence and I didn't have to do commentary every week, oh bitch, I would have Google Translate on every time. Because I'm gonna figure out what they saying. Surely is. I remember where folks were saying Bianca was ghetto a few years back. Mm. So is he actually blocked or should I do the honors? The moderators will decide how to manage that. Me personally, it don't bother me when people say stupid shit. That's your stupidity on display. The moderators are the ones who have carte blanche to decide who is being a nuisance and who isn't. Y'all deal with that. That's why I made y'all moderators. But I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say what I want to say and be done with it. I allow y'all to have y'all opinions. I don't block nobody for having an opinion, but it gets to be gets disrespectful when you start talking about people having different languages and saying their stuff in their native language, and that's the reason why you believe they can't cut a promo. I disagree. You don't have that problem with Raquel. Raquel be speaking Spanish all the time. In the middle of the promo, during the promo, after the promo, before it, hell, halfway through it, she be speaking Spanish. So if you got a problem with her speaking Spanish when she cuts her promos, then it's about time that really sit back and assess why that is. Who the hell is that? Who is this? I don't know who this is. I don't see nothing there. I don't see no certain links, but I don't see that. I don't even see this person. I don't see this person's name in here. I don't see none of that. Anyways, that was a tour de France. Listen, y'all come here and y'all get to being real hard in the comments. The moderators do not play that bullshit. Okay. Now I don't mind playing badminton a couple days back and forth with you. And then the moderators will block you. That's just simply how they operate. They don't allow you to be out in the comments popping off, being racist, misogynistic, or disrespectful. They don't allow that. Okay, so when you come in here, even if you're new and you're subscribed to my channel, you are welcome to speak your mind, but there's a way for you to do it and be respectful. Okay, there is a way. If you do not like Stephanie's promos, that's different. But if you're saying that she needs to speak English just because of that, and that's the reason why you don't like it, that is racist and it is disrespectful to her. It's disrespectful to the Latino community in general. They should be able to speak Spanish how whatever and however they please. We live in America. America's a melting pot. There are so many different ethnicities in this country. We're not the only ones who, and everybody shouldn't have to speak English, is the point. It's accommodating if you do, but you shouldn't have to. We're supposed to be the land of the free and the home of the brave. Raquel do piss me off when she cut promos because she'll say something and then just repeat it in Spanish, like, girl, stop. She can't help it. She try to make sure everybody understand her. I guess they took them out too. I guess. Well, Rico, in her defense, some people aren't versed in English. They ain't versed in Spanish either, apparently. Okay, good luck. Okay, because we Tiffy Secret Service. Oh, girl, they need more than luck. She'll be fine. Okay, mi gente Latino. Period. So watch your Twitter fingers, noobs. It is fine for y'all to have your own opinion in the box, but like I said, there's a way to say everything. You don't have to be disrespectful to tell people your point. If you're not a fan of Stephanie's promos, you can simply say, I just don't like her promos. I want to learn. I'm not mad at her saying it in Spanish, but it takes me out of it. That's different. You're like, okay, well, I can understand that because you don't understand her Spanish promos. That's cool. But to say it was very condescending the way it was said. And for those of you who are coming in and don't know what was said, here is the message that came up that's causing all the controversy. It's the way that it was said and how it was said that's causing people to be upset. It's just misogynistic at the end, and it's racist and disrespectful. And it doesn't have to go that far. Like I said, you don't have to like everything, and you're not gonna like everything, but you do need to respect those that you're watching. You know what I'm saying? I be saying some disrespectful shit. I ain't even gonna lie to you. And sometimes I be having to stop myself because I literally today. So I said Raquel's a part of the itty bitty titty committee. And even though that's true, it's still disrespectful. But I was mad because she was out there doing some fucked up shit. Where her petty ass. You need to go to bed, sir. Too bad. I mean, she's gonna make it. Ooh, that was very, very. You got a lot of faith, Don. So much faith. I got coffee and an energy drink with a fruit parfait, pistachios, and a protein bar. Look like you're gonna be well fueled. But overnight is draining. Very much so. They said Nicole was goofy for muting them. They did. That's why I told y'all to handle it how you see fit. Oh, if I could work, I would love to work third shift. I never go to sleep. I'm always awake. In daytime, I'll be waking up like a vampire and shit. But anyways, y'all make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow the channel. We're gonna do some more commentary on Monday Night Raw next week. Next week, Monday Night Raw is going to be on at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I will not go live until like 8 o'clock to do an after show for y'all. I don't want to go live after 2 o'clock to do an after show of SmackDown. Of Monday Night Raw. And it seems like for the next couple of weeks, because they're going to be overseas for majority of January, the shows are going to be very early. So y'all gonna have to get used to that because it is what it is, as is Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble this year is in Saudi and it is going to be incredibly early. I think it's going to be at like 1 or 2 in the afternoon as Royal Rumble is over in Saudi. So all month everything leading up to the PLE is going to be between 2 and 4 p.m. during the day. So make sure y'all remember that, because I'm going to be doing my commentary and stuff. And once that stuff is done and I get it up, child, I'm going to be in here asleep. I'm going to go live at 8, tell y'all what happened, give y'all the tea, and then I'm going to be out of here. I low-key love when they go early because it makes my life so much easier. It makes my life so much easier. Right, Kira. Facts. Yeah, you thrive. Shut up, Don. This 9 to 5:30 gonna kill me the next 6 weeks. I can't wait for the Power Ranger Rumble, child. It's gonna be a whole kiki. But y'all make sure y'all keep yourselves tuned into the channel. This month I'm gonna be finishing up and posting the rest of the videos for Becky's book, because I didn't finish posting that, and I thought I finished it last year, but I didn't. So those videos are coming. I finally got the first episode of Wrestle Eats uploaded, and I'll have that up this week as well. Everything is gonna be coming to y'all this year, and I'm just glad that I can finally get things started. And we're gonna be filming Wrestle Eats this year, so you'll get that like once or twice a month, depending on how I feel. We'll get that stuff done. It's gonna be a roller coaster of a ride, okay? But I promise we'll have some more content up besides the lives. Now, you guys make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Keep following me over here. And those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing. I love and appreciate every single one of y'all. And I will see y'all on Wednesday. Wednesday, we're going to talk about NXT, and we'll see who has the belt. Because I believe if JC Jane drops this title, she needs to go up. And I have a sneaking suspicion that Obafemi just might drop this title. But if he doesn't, then I know what's going to happen. It's going to go to Stand and Deliver. And of course, we'll see Ricky Saints regain that title from Obafemi. And then Obafemi is going to go up. But we'll see how all of that plays out. I will see y'all on Wednesday. Hopefully, we'll have good news. I love y'all to pieces. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more wrestling content. Check out our merch and consider becoming a member for exclusive perks, special emojis, and members-only content.